So, Black Widow finally came out in theatres and on Disney Plus for premiere access. Should you pay the £15 to £20 fee to watch this? That's what we're going to find out in today's video. Hello everybody and welcome to my Black Widow ramblings, review, discussion, whatever you want to call it. First off, what did I like about this film? This film was actually pretty damn good. I went into it like thinking it wasn't going to be good at all. It looked like a generic action movie, which is a bit disappointing because it's the MCU, considering things like Loki is coming out, which is the best thing Marvel has ever made, by the way. It was a bit disappointing that this is what they did for this character. However, I was surprised and I am happy with what they did. This movie was funny in places. The humor was really damn good. It was smart humor. It wasn't just like goofy humor. It was just well placed. It was good. It wasn't too silly. It was just good humor. I don't know how really to describe it. I liked it. I saw some of you saying that the humor died down the emotions, and I could sort of agree with that, but I felt like I didn't have a problem with that. So maybe that's just a personal thing, but I really enjoyed it. It was an enjoying film is the main thing I took away from this. The performances really helped this film because it was sort of a generic tale. The performances had to be really good. They had to be emotional. They had to be good chemistry, and there really was. This isn't a spoiler because we know in the trailer that Natalie sees her sister, and her family. And her chemistry between that whole group of people was great, and it was really fun when her sister and Natalie do meet. That was just quite a fun set piece to watch. I normally say this in everything I review Marvel and probably Star Wars wise, but I love the costuming in this film. It's damn good. Seeing Black Widow in this white variation of her suit was just really fun and really fresh. I never thought we'd see the day when we saw a different Black Widow look that wasn't black. It was really fun. And also, I think his name is the Red Crimson, David Harbour's character. I think that was his name. He looked great. I thought that whole getup was it was the Russian version of Captain America. So yeah, they did a really good job. Costuming have been knocking it out of the park, especially in Loki. Watch Loki, it's the best thing ever. Another thing that I love is that it is just a female-driven movie. We are seeing some kick-ass women on the big screen, and it's great to see, and it's amazing. That's all I gotta say on that. I want more of it. I really did like the story of this film. I will get into what I thought it could have done to improve that, but the general gist of this story is great. The set pieces are pretty damn good, especially the one at the end. I really loved that. I do love the concept, the aesthetics of this film. It was slightly gritty. It was slightly generic too, but it was a gritty sort of spy film, and I do quite like that. It even had sort of this isn't really a spoiler because it wasn't amazing, but it did sort of have an almost sort of Bond-esque intro, which was kind of cool. It was nowhere near a Bond intro, but it was definitely trying to go for those sort of vibes. It even had an original score, which sounded quite damn cool too. Unfortunately, speaking of score, there wasn't really anything special going on here. In fact, this goes throughout the entire film of score, the look of the film, the color palette and everything like that. It was all just sort of your generic action movie, which is a little bit sad because identity is a really big thing, and I feel like Marvel have been really good at that. Take again Loki and even something like WandaVision. They have identity. They have specific music made for it. They have color palettes. They have different aspect ratios. In Loki, it's just so damn good, and I love the aesthetics. This is where Black Widow and also Falcon and the Winter Soldier fall down. They are just your generic action movie. They're your grey color palette, horrible looking sound music that's just but it's just not that entertaining. I feel like that was the thing that annoyed me the most, because Marvel are really good at identity. Think of stuff like Thor Ragnarok. there's just such a broad spectrum that we will accept in the Marvel Universe. That I thought you could just go crazy with it. Another thing that I didn't like so much about this film was that I didn't really know what was going on. Like, I knew the gist of the story and I liked that, but I didn't know who the enemy was. I didn't know the motives. I didn't know who the bad guy was. Hell, I didn't even know who was leading them. There is such thing as too much exposition, and then there is also a thing of too little exposition. Because we knew nothing about the enemy in this, it just felt so rushed that, like, oh, we're at the bad guy stage now. Oh no, the bad guy's gone. Oh, that was quick. I didn't even know who that was. We'll probably never see him again. And because of this, I felt no real connection to the story. I felt no sympathy really for the characters. I was just a bit confused, and that sort of makes the viewing experience a little bit terrible. I would have liked to know a little bit more, especially as we know from Avengers Age of Ultron that Natalie's story is really interesting. The flashbacks in Age of Ultron were really gritty and sobering, and I really wish they would have leaned more into this. Going into this film, I was expecting it to be more of a backstory. Not a prequel in that sense, but I was expecting to explore that, and we kind of did, but we didn't get a lot of it, really. It was more of just a Black Widow adventure, with a side of backstory. Which was kind of disappointing. I know they didn't pitch this movie as a backstory, but I feel like that's what they should have done, but they didn't. I'm not an expert, really. I am qualified in film production, technically. So, now it is no spoiler that Taskmaster is in this movie. Some things I liked about it, some things I didn't. First off, the backstory was really damn good, actually. The origin of Taskmaster and sort of the whole idea of Taskmaster was great, and I loved it. However, they just didn't really utilize them. They crossboned them, like in Captain America Civil War, where Crossbones is in it for like 5 seconds and then he's gone. It's the same thing for pretty much Black Widow, which is kind of annoying because Taskmaster is such a iconic and amazing character. I feel like they did a better job in the side missions of the Spider-Man PS4 game, which was great, and I really enjoyed those missions. It was just sort of a shame. They need to bring back that character, please. Overall, I really did enjoy this film. I thought it was good. I don't know if I'd rewatch it a lot, but if it's on, I would probably watch it. And overall, it was just nice to be in the cinema watching a Marvel movie again. It was kind of emotional being there with a friend and watching the MCU opening logos, the dum 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 dum. It was emotional to see that again, because it's been like almost like 2 years since that's happened. I think it was Spider-Man Far From Home was the last time I saw that. It was kind of emotional. It was like everything in the past year has happened and now we're back. Yeah, it was really nice to see, and go and see this movie if you can, because it's great and we should support Marvel in whatever they do. If you've seen Black Widow, comment down below what you thought. I would love to know and have a discussion about it. Thank you very much for watching. Please like the video. I know that's annoying to hear, but it really does help out, so please, please, please do it. Stick around here for some more streams and videos like this. That's mostly what's here on this channel. And in the meantime, can you do me a favor? Can you have a great day? Thank you. I really hoped this recording would take longer. It's still an hour until the next England football match, and I really don't want to like be in the world as that happens. Also, my banjo's wonky. That's not better. See you later, folks.